So now I'm getting your adversaries. They react too fast, but they don't be thinking fast. They think slow. So you often have people tripping. People trip over themselves a lot when it comes to you, because they always think they know what you're going to do, and then you switch it up on them and you do something different, and they be like, "Oh, what's that?" You're like, "Yeah, of course you didn't know what this was, because I'm not someone who's going to stay the same. I am someone who continues to transform on a regular basis. You will always see something different." And people who live life in stagnancy in such a way, they will not understand that, and they will find you very intriguing. It's like an automatic, because as a creative, because I feel like this is a creative thing. This is someone who's a creative. So when you're a creative, you always see something new. You always see something where others may not. So you always want to dive into that area and explore it. So through the exploration is also application. And I think that's the beauty of the creative mind, because it's like you're exploring something, but as you're exploring it, you also want to apply it at the same time. And I feel like the I feel like it's a good way to retain the information when you're learning it, and then as well as applying it, or even teaching it while you're learning it. There's power there, because ideas can be bounced back and forth between who you choose to share your information with, or your research with, or there's also power in, it's like the connecting the stars. It's like the constellations, but here on Earth. That's how I feel. That's how I see it. It's like, because, when it comes to constellations and we connect them, you see images, you see things. Like the Big Dipper, you connect the dots, and it's like a creation is there. I feel like it's the same thing on Earth that happens with the creative mind, because the thoughts become constellations. It's like the thoughts are like the cosmos, and there's so many thoughts, but then when your mind is strong enough to put all the thoughts together and connect the dots, you actually materialize something. There's something there. There's something special that you create, and you bring it here, for not only for you in your creative mind to be able to appreciate, but this way of thinking can help others and be something for others to appreciate. So that's the power of the creative mind, and I feel like many of you have that. Many of you have a creative mind. So you don't often just think about something one way. You're always thinking in a multi-dimensional way. So there's always many perspectives that you have on things, and this enhances your intellect, just because you're able to see one thing in so many different ways. It also helps you to connect to a vast amount of individuals, and they will be able to resonate with you, because you create a narrow path for yourself just because you're so different, but then at the same time, you're not always narrow-minded. Sometimes you think bigger, and then sometimes you think smaller, because all come together as one, and you just connect the constellations of your thoughts. The constellations of your thoughts is a creative's mind, and that is the beauty of a creative. And so, of course, with someone who thinks like that, no one's going to be able to keep up with you. That's just what it is. Like, they could think they are, but you're going to do something totally different, because that's where spirit led you. That's another thing. People who are creative, even if they like don't believe in anything spiritually, they don't realize that they're being swayed with their spirit. Like their spirit, the spiritual aspect of themselves that they might not know anything about, sways them into the direction that they choose to go, which is why they become inspired, or which is where they get their inspiration from. And I really feel like it's making me think about like writer's block and stuff like that. I just feel like there's a block of flow, And it could be because something is overwhelming. An overwhelming thought can take hold and mess up the flow. Or people can mess up the flow because they're putting too much of their energy into your auric field, and it's contaminating or polluting the flow for you. So that's why when you're in a mode of creativity, it's good to be alone or be with another creative. Because if you share these experiences with another creative, the constellation only expands. It gets bigger and more beautiful and more impactful as well. It becomes more impactful. And that's why many creatives are inspired by other creators, because it's like a magnetic attraction that can't be denied. It's just there, and it's just there. You know, you can't really do anything about it. But this is what people have a problem with, that try to keep up with you but cannot. It's really troubling for someone who desires to be a creative, which they are. I believe everyone has that creative capability. It's just that many people don't know how to tap into it because they are distracted. You know, it's usually heavy distractions that cause people to not be able to tap into their creativity. And also lack of discipline, I think, as well. When you're not disciplined, you're not going to be able to sit and think for long periods of time, or sit and learn something for long periods of time, because you haven't trained yourself to be in that state of mind. So it just makes it difficult for you to be able to really truly tap into that creative energy, because it's very powerful. And it has a deeper purpose than what meets the eye as well. Not just for the creative themselves, but also for the universe. Because it's like, the more creatives that are activated, the more creatives that are dormant will awaken. Sometimes people just need inspiration. Sometimes people just need to be able to connect with someone that they see that they can actually relate to. It could be as small as that, and the whole world will wake up, even if they're asleep. If they see something that intrinsically begins to change I'm hearing their like cellular structure. There's something about certain people that are creatives, when they're at a high level of creativity, they know they're not even trying, though. That's another beautiful thing about it. The way that they are, and when they're truly just being themselves, you have the ability to assist someone's DNA to transform. It's almost like you're able to cast out demons in that way. That might sound crazy, but it's true, because you will open people up to a part of their mind that was blocked off and closed and locked. So certain creatives that really are effortlessly in alignment with themselves, with their true nature of their creative ways and abilities, when they share information, it strikes many chords. And it's almost like, each chord that's struck inside of the ears, the minds, the eyes, the hearts, and the souls of people, it begins to unlock them. So creatives actually is giving me chills. Creatives have the ability to unlock souls, like unlock souls, unlock a part of the mind that many people are not using, because them actually seeing someone work in a certain way within their creativity, it gives them the courage to then do the same. So focus on that aspect of it. You know, there's going to be people that are going to like feel some type of way because the way you move is, I heard impeccable, but I'm also hearing something else. It's unpredictable. You're unpredictable. So that unpredictable way that you have is going to make many people feel some type of way. But it's not even like you're trying to do that. You're just being yourself, and continue to be you. Continue to be yourself, because You have an amazing power that can literally change the world. And I'm not even over exaggerating, because the more you share yourself, the more you change the world, the more you influence in a way towards improvement and growth, you know, because there's so much influence that is in alignment with death and in just the ways of the wayward. I heard the ways of the wayward, and that only equals to an unfortunate ending, no matter if it's 6 feet deep or behind bars. And that may have been harsh, but it's true. So trust your creativity, love your creativity to the point where you are willing to share it regardless of who appreciates it or who doesn't, because it doesn't make sense. A creative is a creative at heart because they want to be, and because that they know that they have something special, and they choose to share it with those who can actually, because a creative knows that what they have and what they share can actually help somebody. So many times they'll put themselves in predicaments where they could be a target, but they don't care, because they're not focusing on the adversaries. They're focusing on their brothers and sisters that need help, and they're trying to help them. And so the love is it consumes the energy of the dark energy of evil that tries to sway those who actually have something to say that is of substance and that is as powerful as the creator. Okay? And so I also want to tell you that the more that you're targeted when it comes to your creativity, and when it comes to also your personality, because some people can target your personality if you're very open in a way where you know how to be friendly, but you also know how to chill and back up and be reserved. You are able to do both. So it's like, if you tap into the aspect of yourself that is someone who is I heard a master communicator, or like a social butterfly, some around you might try to target you for that and say something about your way that will make you feel like you shouldn't be as communicative as you are, or they'll try to attach some type of rude connotation to it to make you feel like you should change your ways. And that also makes many people dim their light. It makes people shrink into themselves and choose to close themselves off because they'll feel like they don't want to offend someone, or they'll feel like they're doing too much or something like that. And sometimes people just have that high energy and it's not in alignment with everybody. But again, you will be in alignment with who you're supposed to be in alignment with, like who is really able to relate to you. Those are the ones that it's just really about, as long as you're being respectful and you're coming from a place of good intention. Don't dim your light. Don't stop sharing who you are, because there's literally people out there that are waiting for you because they only relate to someone like you. And there's not many people like you that are willing and able or even capable of expressing themselves in such a way, because they're still locked up. So when you choose to disregard and just know that it's always going to be someone who has something to say, like that doesn't mean you stop. It doesn't mean you stop. It means go harder, because that's your purpose. When you know you have a purpose, it's like nothing else really matters, because your soul has grown and you understand a part of yourself that you may not have understood before. But then when you understand it, it becomes so much more like beautiful and impactful, because it's like, it's not like I'm not sure, maybe, I don't know. No, it's I know. Like, I know. Okay? So that's it for this reading. I hope this reading helps you to see yourself a little better and helps you to ignore the nonsensical people that always want to be like, halt, who goes there? And then you just got to give them a smackdown. Pow. Not even in the front, in the back. Pow. Energetic smackdown. Okay? Because we don't have no time. We don't have no time. Okay? No, 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 honey. No, no, no. Okay, so that's it for this message. Everything you do, do it with love. Always remember the creator is in you and the magic is too, because you are magic. If you would like to purchase my book, you can. I'll put a little something right here so that you can go ahead and purchase the book. It's really a book about looking at your circumstances of walking through the unknown and having faith, and it's giving you a different perspective on how you can handle those types of situations without giving up on yourself. Because there's so many people that really get stuck and they give up on themselves when they're right at that point where there's going to be a massive shift in their life. And I just don't want you to miss it. I want you to hold on. Hold on. I heard, baby, hold on to me. Who is that? What's his name? Gerald Levert. That's Gerald Levert. Channeling Gerald Levert. He had a, I stuttered a little bit. He had a like a real deep voice, kind of not deep, but it's like, like a bear. He kind of looked like a bear too. He had a chocolate bear. But anyway, rest in peace to Gerald Levert. I hope I'm saying the right name, because sometimes I know faces, but I will mess up a name, chop it all up. Okay, so hopefully I think I said the right name though. It feels right. But anyway, yeah. The creator is in you and the magic is too, because you are magic. Much love to you. I'll see you in the next video.